All right, guys, this is going to be a video to a comment that I got the other day. You guys may have seen it. So I had an old buddy of mine ask me if I could post some video showing some ab routines. So where that typically comes from, what most people want is some type of actual look in their abs. So they're looking for a 6-pack, 8-pack. In his case, he's not looking to get quite that lean, but he is wanting to see some definition. So the bad news is no amount of crunches or sit-ups is going to get that for you. So the interesting thing is the rectus abdominis. So what we consider the ab muscle, 6-pack muscle, is already developed for most people. There's not much to develop. The problem is you're not lean enough to actually show it. It really doesn't do you any good. It's not going to hurt, but it really doesn't do you any good to do tons of crunches and tons of sit-ups to try and get your abs to show, because that's not what's actually going to get them to show. Now, there is a little bit of gray area there for development purposes. So for instance, let's say we get down lean enough where I can see my abs, but they're not quite filled out the way I want, or they're not symmetrical. That can be developed a little bit with ab work. But typically, I don't do a whole lot of ab work, and I don't do really any with my clients. Now, core work is an entirely different category. So that's where I would say if you're looking to get abs, the biggest part of it is you got to get lean enough so you can actually see them. And that's a very, very low body fat percentage. So that's the biggest part, is going to be dieting and burning enough calories and staying at a deficit until your abs start to come in. One thing that can help a little bit is actual core work. So bracing techniques, breathing techniques, such as planks, side planks, core twist with a band, cable, that type of thing. There are two ab specific movements that I'll show you that I do like, because they eccentrically load that muscle and they do work really well to develop that muscle. But again, no amount of actual ab work is going to get your abs to show. If you want them to show, you got to get leaner. You've got to get your body fat percentage way, way, way down, um, to be able to actually see them. So the two movements that I do really like for ab specific work going to be any type of leg raise, whether it be from a captain's chair here. You can do it on the ground, you can do it hanging from a bar. But basically, leg raise and then controlling the eccentric on the way down, letting it stretch without going into an overextension where we're arching the back. So staying pinned against the pad, up, control on the way down. Decline, sit up. So very similar here. We're going to come up, but then we're going to control on the way down. And we want to wait right here. We don't want to come all the way back where we get this big gap. So we're up, control, right back up as soon as we tap. All right, so that's the two ab movements I do like. Outside of that, I'll do a separate video for this of all of the core work I like to use, like planks, side planks, all that kind of stuff. Lots of variations of planks, because of the fact that we need that stuff to keep the back healthy. So it's going to help kind of tighten everything up. But in terms of getting the abs to show while you're getting leaner, if you're working on tightening all this stuff and being able to pull it in towards the spine, that's going to help that definition in the abs a little bit more. So my recommendation, if you're wanting to get your abs to show, is number one, make sure you're at a deficit every day and start getting leaner. Number two, maybe once or twice a week, do a couple of these movements to get some ab work if you want to. I don't think it's necessary. Number three, get the core work in every single day. That's going to be where you're going to get the most benefit, is staying in a deficit, getting leaner, and working on your actual core bracing techniques, breathing techniques, keeping everything around here tight, pulling it in. All right, so that's it. You want your abs to show, get leaner. Y'all take care, guys.